everybody, it's your boy Doc Nanners, YouTube host that failed to learn his manners, talking games, entertaining you, and hanging out with my NASCAR crew. Let's go! Welcome back to the Lagging Legends Racing Network, and welcome to the Speed Report. As you can tell, there's a lonely nanner in the house today. Unfortunately, our boy Ducky just could not be here, but he's got dang good reasons, guys. Today is the Munchkin Ducky's birthday. So happy birthday to the Munchkin. We was going to try to record yesterday, but he had pre-birthday things to do to get ready for the birthday, and today's the birthday, so don't be hating on the Ducky for not being here, because he's being a good dad. So thank you so much, Ducky, for showing all those dads everywhere what it's like to be a wonderful dad. Now, let's get on into the meat and potatoes. Welcome back to the Lagging Legends Racing Network. First and foremost, I just want to say that this has been a fun week of racing and we're rolling into some more fast action. So let's go ahead and do a little bit of a recap of what we did last week, starting with a new segment here at the Lagging Legends Racing Network that we're going to call the Driver Report. I might change it later, but I just made that up. Anyway, last week I sent out 4 questions to 4 drivers on Discord. That way we can find out a little bit of the meat and potatoes, find out a little bit of the dirty deeds. And I decided to start off here with Mr. T-Stone. The Lagging Legends media question was, with the playoffs finally being here, do you plan on attending every race? A lot of competitors note your speed, but doubt your availability. What series will you be focusing on for your playoff run? Mr. T-Stone replied, I do plan on being at every playoff race for the Cup Series, it was a busy past month or so at work, but I should be good to go now for a run at the title. Guys, it sounds like one of the faster drivers in the UTLR Cup Series is ready to roll. Hopefully he can make every race. Last race, which this is obviously after the first round of the playoffs, I sent these messages out the day before the first round, so let's keep that in mind. I'm going to work on the timing a little bit more with the questions in the future, but show falls when the show falls, and I want to start the question, so we're going to go a little bit in back right there, but it'll be okay. Sounds like T-Stone's going to be showing up a lot, though. That's definitely a good variable for the playoffs. Congratulations to T-Stone for, being able to get work stuff taken care of. That way, when playoffs comes, he can show all you boys what he's made of. Next up is a question that I was just curious on. Heard a little bit of rumors, heard a little bit of whispers in the background, and I heard that there was a fast mother trucker coming back named Duster Strudel, so I decided to send him a little bit of a message. And it was, there has been rumors and speculation that you will be making your return to UTLR. Can you confirm or deny these statements? And I said more, sorry. I said, you've put together an impressive resume on NASCAR 25 and spent a lot of time in ODRL. What has been your thoughts on ODRL? Why the return to UTLR if you are returning? Oh, look at old Doc stirring up the pot. And he said, coming back to Cup full time. So the speculation is true that Fast Strudel will be coming back to UTLR full time. He said, after leaving and letting the league settle all the drama and chaos, I feel like looking from the outside and UTLR is back on the right track. ODRL has really challenged my skills and I look to come back to UTLR swinging after leaving with all 3 series point leads. Guys, the dude was fast as heck, and he's not wrong. He was leading all 3 series before he left. So that is a huge man coming back. Definitely an asterisk on his 25 season because he was gone. So 2026, you better watch out. That Pastry is going to be back out there, and he ain't playing no games. When you're hosting the show by yourself, you got to stay hydrated. Obviously not sponsored. Gatorade don't care about my 25 viewers. But I do. Moving on to the next interview question, if you will. Lagging Legends Media decided to drop in the inbox of old Brad Reininger. And we said, was we interested in? Did we start the pot again? No. After what many would consider a very successful season, does it bother you that you are considered the bridesmaid in the playoffs? You are fresh off a Cup Series regular season title, won other league titles, not UTLR. I believe you won NVRA. Congratulations, Brad. So that was my clarification on that one for everyone who was wondering. But many people do not consider you a betting favorite in UTLR. Do you believe that you are being underestimated by the general consensus? Do you believe that you can make Tomato become the bridesmaid this playoff season? Brad, no, it doesn't matter to me at all if others want to write me off. I know what I can do behind the wheel, and I think that my best can be enough to bring home the championship. I know Tomato is the best driver we have, and we have had some great, clean racing between the two of us. I respect the hell out of him, but it's going to be tough to beat him. This has been by far my best season ever, and I just try to be consistent. I'm usually not the fastest, but I try to make up for it in the consistency. I'll just continue to do what I've been doing and see where we end up. That's a good statement there by Brad, and consistency does go a long way in racing, guys. One bad race can offset two really good races when someone else has had three pretty darn good races. So it can balance out. When you're finishing second and third and fourth, those add up a whole lot. One bad race finishing 15th, 16th offsets a couple wins. So Brad makes a very good point there. Look forward to seeing what he can do going into the playoffs. Obviously, we're through the first round, and we'll be getting there for the results of the first race. But that was a very good statement. Cool on him. And can we just go back real quick on Dusty? I wonder who he's going to drive for. Interesting. Very interesting. On to the final question of the Lagging Legends Racing Network media questions. Blah, 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 blah. That was dope. Anyway, I decided to send it to the favorite. He had to have one. I sent it to Tomato. And I said, after a dominant regular season, how do you plan on riding that momentum? A lot of people are saying that the neutral setups could limit your dominance going forward. Given the competition and rule changes, do you believe that you can become the first to sweep every series championship in UTLR history? And the reply was, all I have to do is keep being consistent as possible. With these new rule changes, I believe they favor me in every way. With everyone being on the same setup now, the main reason why people will be fast is based off pure speed, which I believe I have the most of in the entire league. I know that's a bold statement, but go look at the stats. I'm not saying I'm going to absolutely dominate every time, but I'm still going to be contending for wins every single race, no matter what. Holy hot dog, I love it. I love the moxie, I love the confidence, and I love the swagger. Tomato has been dominant. I want to beat the guy so bad it ain't funny. We'll get there, but I want to beat him. And I want to beat him because he's the best, and he knows he's the best, and I know he's the best. And that's part of that's just what it is. If you want to be the guy, you got to beat the guy. Tomato's the guy. I love the confidence. I love the swagger. I love the moxie. Love it, Tomato. That is the attitude that you have to have if you're going to go into this and go win all three of them titles. So, hell yeah, man. Good luck, have fun, and go out there and do your thing. Now, after going through our media questions, hopefully you guys enjoyed that part of the show. I would love to get some comments on what you guys think. Would love to get some feedback. Anytime we do something different, something new, hearing back from the audience really does show us what works, what doesn't. At the end of the day, we could just come on here and talk, or we can try to give you some more content, some more meat and potatoes for the show. So if we give you meat and potatoes, we would love to hear back. So hit the like. Hit a comment. That ain't too bad. If you're watching and ain't subscribed, man, come on. That was a good time to subscribe. But before we go into the next segment, we're going to take a quick commercial break. The Lagging Legends Racing Network is presented by Trackstar Motorsports. Trackstar Motorsports, your iRacing and NASCAR 25 destination. If you want to set the standard and be the standard, go to Trackstar. Just made that up as I went. Trackstar is my racing team, just so you guys know. We are currently into the iRacing program that is being led and guided very amazingly by Colton Kenny. So good shout out to Colton over there working our iRacing Trackstar Studio stuff. So thank you, man. Love to get this stuff moving on NASCAR 25 soon. But back to your normal broadcast. Welcome back to the Lagging Legends Racing Network. I'm your host, Doc Nanners. Hey guys, and first and foremost, we're going to add something a little different because the Lagging Legends Racing Network does not have any league affiliation right now. So that means I can cover whatever the heck I want. And if it means something to me, I'm going to give it some screen time. And I want to talk about the ODRL Truck Series because that's where I competed at on Saturday before we get into the long part of the show, because we got a lot of UTLR stuff to cover because I was there for a lot of that. ODRL, I only raced the trucks. And I got to say, it was a great race. It was very impressive. I believe there was 31 trucks out there. There may have been one caution. Good, clean driving, as clean as possible given the track. But it was at Lucas Oil, for those who don't know. Very tight track and a lot of rubbing, a lot of wall scrubbing. It just happens, guys. I mean, that's just the track. That's the type of racing you're at. But I just got to say, going all the way around there, 31 trucks, no cautions. Kudos to everybody out there in the ODRL Truck Series. Your boy Doc Nanners had to work his freaking hind end off to finish 11th. And I don't think I've ever been so happy with an 11th place finish. No confidence going into it. One thing about me, I'll tell everyone, Lucas Oil IRP is not a track that I'm confident in. I do not roll in there with a lot of expectations, a lot of standards. But I was able to focus up, make some decisions, and get myself in an attackable spot, maintain it, and hold. So definitely happy with that. Going into that race, I do want to give a huge shout out to Cypress on his big victory. The dude was fast and it was close. Him and T. Millie was, I think they were basically door to door on that last lap. I was in 11th, so obviously I didn't see it exactly, but it was an extremely hard fought race. Shout out to T. Millie's son, I believe. They won the ARCA race earlier in the evening. Congratulations on that. I don't know if that was their first win yet or not, but huge congrats on that. I remember T. Millie messaged me saying that they were teaching their son the race, so looks like they're teaching them pretty darn good. Good job to that. T. Millie in second. Holy Divines is going to come in at third place in the ODRL Truck Series. Holy's a good driver, guys. Good team lead, good team owner, great guy. He is definitely one of the staples in the Truck Series there and does a good job. Fast Mother Canucker is Hendricks fan. They are just balling. They came in at fourth. Great truck driver, just do a really good job. And then I don't know really how to say their name here, so fifth is going to be V. Lachero. That's what I'm going to go with. I don't know, VLE Chero. Yeah, good job. No disrespect. I just don't know how to say your name. But top five out in that group is a wonderful job. Minnie Millie, which is obviously T. Millie's son, qualified in the ARCA race by winning. Ended up coming in sixth. So this young dude's looking like a stud. Georgia Dog's coming in seventh. Georgia's a great guy, fast driver, always a contender in that series. He's on my team. He's a great person. Did a great job coming in seventh. I believe he had to start in the back of the field. So you drive through the field in ODRL, you did something right. 31 trucks, people. 31 trucks. Took all race, but he got in the top 10 and he made a good event out of it. Eighth coming was Typhoon. Good job, eighth on Typhoon. Rode the Boat coming in ninth, and Impact coming in at 10th. All of them's good drivers, fast speed. Impact, so I believe he's an admin there, does a great job, great person, very fair. Normally we don't talk outside the top 10, but I got 11th. I'm not going to, again, I already said that, but I worked hard. I really wanted to pass Impact for a top 10, though. But that is going to be the ODRL breakdown of their top 10, guys. The racing action is always awesome. They do race the Saturday nights at 11 o'clock. If any of them have some live streams you ever want to check out, again, it's just good action over there. Well ran. Good Truck Series action. I don't know much about the rest. The NXT, I've ran one race. It was incredible. I think they didn't have a single caution that night either. Just high-quality racing all the way around. Good job to them. But moving on into the UTLR segment of the show, and my goodness, the first round of the playoffs was a little bit what you'd expect, a little bit not, and somewhere in between. So going into the Cup Series, because that will always be the prime time shine here on the Lagging Legends Racing Network. The Cup Series, I want to drink. Delicious. Refreshing. Got to keep the vocal cords good. I know you guys would be so sad if my vocal cords wasn't working right. Now, we did go into the Cup Series with a lot of emphasis on our power rankings. And the Cup Series people, a lot of them showed out, but a couple of them surprised the crap out of us. So the Cup Series race was very, very competitive. It was at Nashville, a very fun track. honestly, I started the week off not feeling very confident there myself. It's very technical, and you had to know what your car was going to do. You had to know how to drive it. You had to know how to adjust throughout the run. I believe that a lot of people showed some driving ability out there that day. First and foremost, we're going to go about this a little bit backwards. We're going to go from the top 10, and we're going to start at 10th and go to the winner. Obviously, wins in this playoff stage is so important. Coming in 10th place is going to be Chris Gordon. Chris, good job, man. I see that rookie status beside your name. You're out there making people notice you. I believe I seen he just now signed to a team for the 26 season. It was on the CC1X app or IX, I forget which one, but I seen his name snuck on one of those. So he may have just earned himself a contract with that performance. So good job on your top 10, man. Very well deserved. Noah Felker Smith, which would be Mr. Heathen, 9th place. Look, it's not going to impress anybody, but it's also not going to make you look bad or put you in a hard spot through the start of the playoffs. 9th place is a solid start. Be able to get you in there without doing anything crazy. So good job on that, man. Just able to run top 10 and get a decent start to your playoffs. Now coming in at 8th is, everyone knows the dude is their favorite. It's Richard Denny, Mr. Denny, man. Come on, Denny. 8th place out there. Once again, another guy that he didn't do nothing to really help himself, but didn't do nothing to hurt himself. So good start there. And then coming in at 7th is Ashton Muhoka. I would be lying out my hind end if I said off the top of my head I could remember his gamer tag. I'm so sorry for that. But dude, good job out there getting 7th place. Coming in at 6th is that fast mother Canucker, that Quacker Jack. It is Ducky. He thought he had a good car, and he did have a good car. Thought he could do a little bit better, but a few events unfolded that kind of held him up a little bit. Ducky, I wish you were here, man. I'd love to hear your perspective on this. But I can tell you that Ducky said, Cup Series race, good job, guys. He said it was a good race, well ran, well executed, good example for what UTLR is and is going to be. So good words there from the Duckmeister. Coming into the top 5, it is going to be that man who said, I'm going to be consistent. I'm not always the fastest, but I try to win with my consistency. It's Brad Reininger. It's Big Bad Brad. Top 5 run first week of the playoffs. That's all that dude needed. He's got a lot of cushion in them playoffs, the way the points work in their system. He's looking nice and pretty after that race. Top 5 is all he needed, and by golly, he went out there and got it. So good start to Mr. Brad. 4th place. 4th place. Before I even say the name, hell yeah. The dude listened to the show. The dude sent us a message. The dude commented saying, you're right, I'm cold as ice. It's been a disappointing season, but I'm going to try to work on it. I'm going to try to make people remember who I am in the playoffs. And by goodness, he went out there and he freaking did it. UTLR Storm with a 4th place run, man. Good freaking job. Way to put people on notice. Way to come out there and show out in the playoffs. For real, big congratulations. It looks like you got a new fan. It's going to be the Oreo Cat. He came in right for Storm, so there you go. That's probably the only he knows he'll ever see. If you got the word, you got the word. Anyway, going into 3rd place, your podium, guys, Garage God. I think I projected him to win the race, and he was very close. Being honest with you guys, he ran out of gas on the last lap. Not saying he would have won. He was running 2nd anyway. But he would have gotten 2nd if he hadn't ran out of fuel. The dude was fast, had good pace. Him and Tomato was absolutely battling it out. Sorry, there's no way I can say it without giving at least some sense of a spoiler. But it was a very close race. Garage had great speed. Garage is just, he means business, guys. I'm telling you right now, it ain't nothing shocking. It's not surprising to anybody, but Brad, Garage, and Tomato, all 3 of them is going to be interesting to watch this season's playoffs. That's just all there is to it. Coming in 2nd and maintaining his podium streak. I hate saying it because I know someone's eventually going to be like, Doc, I'm going to wreck your freaking ass just so you don't continue your streak. But I came in 2nd place, had some good pace, good speed. Led some laps, man. I led some laps. I'm working on it. I'm getting there. And goodness gracious, proud of it. I'm happy with it. Glad to put that 6 into some good light. I'm happy where I'm at right now. I'm happy with my pace, happy with my speed. Good job. I normally I'd let Ducky do that part, but I mean, hell, man. I mean, I'm proud of it. I'm happy with it. I was kind of upset at the day because I made a bad pit call, which cost me any chance of winning. Who knows if I would have, but I sure didn't have a shot after I made that pit strategy call. But coming into your winner, goodness, it's Tomato, guys. Just freaking fast. He's so smooth. He's so good. He actually made a mistake during one of the races. I don't remember which one it was. I think it was Cup, maybe not. But they said, Tomato's in the wall. He is human. When you hit comments like that, that's when you know you're good. Because the rest of us hit the wall multiple times and no one says anything. It's no surprise. But Tomato hits the wall once. Holy crap. He is human. He is a real person. He messes up too. Holy crap. Who would have guessed? But, dude, Tomato, way to go out there. Cup Series. I know we all run some other series, and I know they're important, they're special too. But anytime you're in a league, the Cup Series crown should always be the most desired, prestigious one. And the dude went out there and showed out in the Cup Series and started off with a big exclamation point. Good job, man. Freaking congratulations. Proud of you. Just keep on rolling, man. Keep fighting. Keep showing to everybody why you're the man to beat. Yeah, good job. Rolling into some other stuff, National Series. I'm going to go ahead and start off with Ducky's comment, and we're just going to go ahead and get that out of the way because he finished last, so he's not going to get no shout out. Ass. Absolute ass. Terrible. Ass. Okay, that's what he said. So, going into the National Series. And again, we're going to go through these a little bit quicker. That's just what we're going to do here, boys. But 10th place, Jay Bailey. This is a 20-car field, so top 10 means something right there. Good job, Jay. Definitely working on getting your reputation up there. 9th place is Marshall Reinhardt. And, dude, I'm just going to say it for everybody else. Those who are not noticing need to notice because the dude's getting a lot better, a lot more consistent, and he's coming along. He'll be interesting to watch in 2026. I think I don't know what to expect from him, but I know I've been impressed so far. Coming in at 8th is Chris Gordon, another top 10 run. We just heard of him in the Cup Series. I'm telling you, I think I seen him signed. I'm not positive, but his performance this week could have played a big role in that. Coming in at 8th place is Chase Sears. I do not know your gamer tag, Chase. I'm sorry. I apologize, but congratulations on that 7th place finish. 6th place, Richard Denny. Dude, I mean, he's consistent. He does a good job. 6th place, barely outside the top 5. 5th place is Hunter Smith. This dude's got some speed, guys. He is someone that you're going to hear about very soon. Coming in at 4th place is Ashton Mahoka. Mahoka. That's a cool name. Ashton Mahoka. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but if I'm not, it might be like Mahuka. I don't know, but cool name either way. Coming in at 4th place, I got to learn what this guy's gamer tag is. Because I know people's gamer tags when I'm out there, but then on the results, they post their name, and I'm like, I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Coming in at 3rd place will be Mr. Joshua Don. That was definitely a good run for Mr. Don out there getting on the podium. Anytime you get a top 3 in any of these leagues, good job. You've done something right. And this one here was a 20-car field, so dude made a lot of right decisions. For just good job. Congratulations. 2nd place, Tomato. He didn't win. Holy crap-a-lap-a-dappa. 2nd place to Tomato. But again, I'm not going to keep beating the same drum. But when you're surprised the guy got 2nd, that shows how dang good he is. So, with that being said, congratulations to Lance Peterson on his big victory in the National Series, guys. The dude had some serious speed, went out there, used every bit of it, and took down the win. Congratulations, Lance. And now, lastly, we're going to look into the UTLR Truck Series and blow through these real quick because, spoiler alert, the winner's really cool. Coming in 10th in the UTLR Truck Series, Marshall Reinhardt. Good job, man. Again, he just keeps cracking them top 10s and keeps getting his name out there. He's somebody to watch. 9th, Richard Denny. Another consistent guy that's been around that 6th to 10th mark this week. Hey, again, it's not going to impress anybody, but that's hanging in there. That's playoff driving right there. 8th, Matt Barton. Good job there, Mr. Barton. Good run for you. 7th, Mr. Duck-a-Duck-a-Doo. It's Mr. Ducky. And just to give you guys Ducky's words on the truck series, good job. Proud of you guys. Good racing. That's how we can do it. Let's keep building from this. Look, that was much better than Xfinity. Ass. Good job, trucks. Sorry, I'm trying to do the best thing I can for Ducky. I wish the dude was here, but you know he's not. So you just got to deal with a bunch of nanner talk. Coming in at 6th place, good freaking run to Jay Bailey. The dude almost cracked the top 5, but he's got some speed. Jay's always has speed. He's just got to put together some decisions, and honestly, I think the dude's doing a lot better. I think he's doing a lot better, in my opinion. I might change my mind next week if he walls me or something like that, but I think he's doing better. Which he did kind of wall me a couple times this last race, but I mean, dang on again, guys, it's that freaking Nashville. It's going to happen. It just is what it is. 5th place. Good job, Heathen. Noah Felker Smith. Good job. Good job. Top 5. 4th place is going to be Mason LaForge. Mason, anybody who knows the dude knows he's got talent, knows he's got speed. Put it all together for a top 5 finish. 3rd place, it is Tomato. Good job, man. Proud of you. Proud of you. Proud of you. Again, just staying on that podium, guys. This dude is after blood. He wants 3 titles. He wants the Grand Slam. He can do it, and that's how you do it. We got a 1st, a 2nd, and a 3rd. Bada bing, bada boom. 2nd place, Joshua Don. The dude's up there again. Great run, Joshua. Proud of you, man. Good run. Barely lost by less than a second, so he was close. But the ultimate winner, Hunter Smith, Ignite Dragon, I believe it is. Good job. Even though I do gotta say, from the Lagging Legends Racing Network, I freaking hate gas saving, but dang on it, sometimes the race just calls for it, and you did a dang good job. Good job on saving that fuel, man. Everyone could have tried it. Some people did, some people didn't. Some people did try and just failed. Some people just went the other way and didn't drive the right race. I don't know, but he beat Tomato by 1.2 seconds. I believe he pitted. Not positive on that. Don't hold me to it. But good job, smart racing. Sometimes brains win over speeds. That's all you can say. And the dude went out there and got him a big Truck Series victory. I do have to say, Tristan Kennedy almost had it. Give the dude a shout out because he was on the same strategy as Ignite Dragon. He was saving fuel and he got so close. But unfortunately, from what I understand, he was leading the race and ran out in the back straight and then got passed and finished all the way out in 12th. That's tough. It's tough. It's tough. Tristan has started to make his name known as being one of the best fuel savers in UTLR, so kudos to that. I'm sure he's going to steal one day off that strategy. The dude's talented. The dude's good, so might not have been that one. It was Ignite Dragon's turn, but good job, guys. Ultimately, for the week, Xfinity Series wasn't the best racing action. It got a little sloppy, but them cars were just tough to run. Trucks did a really good job. Cup did a really good job. Congratulations to all the UTLR drivers. And now we're looking ahead to Kansas. I do not know any of the qualifying results so far. I haven't talked to any of the qualifying officials. But I do know Kansas is a fast track. And it's going to be, I think it's going to be pretty important to qualify up front. Whenever you're at drafting tracks, I think it gets a little bit shaky on the back half of the field. And people start to break away. And then you just can't catch them unless something happens. So I think qualifying is going to be very important out there in the Cup Series. From what I understand, I think you're going to run a 30.5 if you want to have a shot at qualifying for the pole. 30.6 will get you a good lap. 30.7 is about the slowest you can accept, and so on and so forth. I think it's going to be a really, really good week of racing action. And anytime you're talking about these draft tracks, it's hard to predict who is going to win. But ultimately, when it comes to all 3 series, I think you can look at things differently. But what's going to come down to it, excuse me, by the way, what's going to come down to it is who makes the right decisions, who gets up front and stays up front. Anytime you're at a draft track like this, again, you have to go to the back for any reason, and the pack gets spread out, it's hard for you just to run someone down because the draft just gives you such an advantage. It can be done. It definitely can be done. But it's going to be interesting to see who qualifies good, who makes the right decisions, and Hopefully it ain't a fuel saving race. Anytime you watch this show, you're gonna hear me say, I hope it ain't a fuel saving race, because goodness gracious, it drives me freaking crazy. It just, it drives me crazy. Like, there's some tracks you just got to, and heck, I'm gonna have to do it too sometimes. But I just hate when people just dedicate to it completely. It's like, and they start saving from lap one. I'm just like, God dang it. This is not what Richard Petty did it for. But anyway, going into Kansas, it's going to be a lot of fast action out there. Who's going to win? I don't have a freaking clue. I ain't going to sit here and lie to you. I could say 1,000 different names, but when it comes to those kind of tracks, I ain't sure. The facts are, if you're going to do betting odds, I would say that your Tomatoes first, Garage is second, and third, it'd be easy to say it's going to be Brad because who he is. But I would dare say that we'll do a little bit of wild card. T-Stone's there. He could be really dangerous. I'd say he's probably the third best odds to win. The problem with T-Stone is he just has to not make a mistake. Don't do nothing stupid. Go out there, use your speed, be up front, give yourself a shot. Brad would probably be fourth in my betting odds, and then fifth, we'll go ahead and put Ducky in there, dude. I think the guy's going to bounce back, and he's going to have a good run. Didn't have a bad run last week. Got sixth place, but Evan usually has a good track record at Kansas. This game ain't been quite the same for him, but definitely a strong candidate to be able to go out there and give it a good run for the money. ODRL in the truck series, we're going to Lime Rock. I am screwed. I'm going to go ahead and say it. I'm screwed. If I'm not mistaken, I think iTrip always races, qualifies in for the trucks, and if he makes it, I'm just going to go ahead and say he wins. I think he's won like the last infinity of the road courses down there, so I don't think that one's too hard to predict right now. But definitely look forward to going to IROC. It's my second week now with a wheel. I might try to race IROC with the wheel. I don't know just yet, but definitely looking forward to a fun week of racing action. Going to be sending out some questions for the audience to get some interviews in, get some media questions done. I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in to the Lagging Legends Racing Network. And before you go, please hit the subscribe button. Trying to grow here, people. I enjoy doing this. 25 people's worth it. But it's more worth it when you subscribe. So just want to say thank you guys so much for tuning in. Hope you guys have a great day. And Nanners out. What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Doc Nanners. All right. So we're sitting here in the office, and the UTLR series is going racing today in the trucks. Qualifying has completed, and once again, we've got some interesting lineups coming in for you. So just wanted to sit back, relax, and go over those with you real quick before I decided to post up the speed report, which is just going to go on the back end of the speed report. He just ran out of time this time, where Ducky got a little preoccupied, just got to set back a little bit. But that's all right. That's okay. We're getting the content out to you, just being one video instead of two. Guys, UTLR Cup qualifying, meat and potatoes. I always say it, meat and potatoes. So we're going to start off with the trucks. Trucks, we're going to go through these pretty quick. Top 10, you get your shout out. I mean, that's a reason to try to get out there, right? Everyone likes hearing their name on the video. But before we do, I just want to let you guys know that today's episode is brought to you by Trackstar Motorsports. Drive right, shine bright. Trackstar. Anyway, moving forward, going in the 10th place in the truck series for UTLR Kansas, we have Bout 6 making it in there. Good qualifying effort there to be able to get himself into a pretty solid position. Meso coming in at 9th. Marsh coming in at 8th. Hack 7th. Weist 6th. That will be your 6th through 10th and your starting grid today in the truck series. Coming in at the top 5, you got Drake Dragon, which Dragon just came off a big victory on the fuel save. Is he going to do the same thing again today? I don't know it. I've heard rumors that you can fuel save at Kansas, so we'll see if it can work. Third, it's going to be Mr. Ducky. Good job there, man. Quality time at a 31.520. Coming in at second, guys, it's UTLR Storm. I'm telling you, we caught him cold and he got mad. He said, I'm not an ice storm, boys. I'm getting ready to turn it up, and he has. Congratulations, Storm, there. Tomato getting that pole, just fast, man. He's fast. I keep saying it until someone makes us say he's not fast, which, we're waiting. Tomato got another pole at a 31.448. Time separating the top 10 is pretty close, only about 0.2 of a second separating that top 10. So Kansas is setting up to be a highly competitive race in the truck series today. Next up, we're going to go to the National Series, which they race on Thursdays. Get to here, hit the wrong one. Good job, me. All right, top 10 is going to be Yeti coming in at a 31,783 as the baseline for the top 10. I forgot to give that to you on the trucks. Ninth place is Dragon, so another good qualifying effort there for him. Ovo coming in at 8th, Trash Can 7th, Heathen 6th. That's another name you got to watch out for, guys. Heathen has speed. It's just a matter of when he puts it all together. So that's a guy that qualified just outside the top 5, gives him a good starting spot to be able to make some moves. Coming into the top 5, we got Drake. Good job, Drake, getting 5th place. Mr. Denny coming in at 4th. Really solid qualifying effort there for Denny. Ducky, 3rd. The dude's qualifying good this week, it looks like. Could be a dangerous week. Everyone knows that he is pretty darn strong at Kansas, so we'll see what old Ducky has for him in the National Series on Thursday. 2nd, Tomato. He did not get the pole in the National Series, but he had a very solid qualifying effort nonetheless, coming in at 2nd. And the pole is going to be Mr. Flash. Good job. Congratulations on your pole, Flash. Great time of a 31.439. The Xfinity did have about 3.5 tenths separating 10th through 1st, so a little bit more separation than the trucks, but definitely looking like we're going to have a good race up towards the front for sure. The top 5 is separated by about 2 tenths, so the separation gap is a little more drastic in the Xfinity car, which they call National Series. I'll be interested to see what happens there. Going into the Cup Series, coming in at 10th, it is Flash. So he got a pole and qualified in the top 10 in the Cup, so really good job there. He set the baseline to get into the top 10 at a 30.680. Coming in at 9th will be UTLR Storm. It's a good qualifying effort, and he obviously had speed in, I believe it was the trucks, but 9th place in the middle of the field at Kansas is a little bit of a shaky spot to start. We'll see if he can keep riding that momentum and put himself in a very good attackable position. 8th place is Ducky. He was telling me again, well, I just ain't that fast, but she was fast in National and Truck. Cup car, I guess he has to figure out just a little bit, but we'll get to it. The Cup cars don't have a lot of separation, guys. He was literally 3 or 4 100ths of a second off from getting multiple positions. So very, very tight qualifying in the Cup Series. 7th place, it's Drake. Guys, Drake is someone you got to watch out for. I'm just telling you. We can say it 1,000 times, but he really does have his spot-up races to race surprises everyone. Coming up in at 6th, just outside the top 5, is Mr. T. Stone. Mr. Stone, I look forward to hopefully seeing you finish this race. Hopefully you don't have to leave or depart for any reason. Definitely needs to have a good bounce-back performance from his race last weekend. And starting 6th place is a solid place to be. That's 3rd row outside. So hopefully he'll be able to ride some momentum and be able to get down and make something out of it. 5th place, huge shout out to Bout 6. The dude really does show up when it comes to these high-speed tracks. He's really good at super speedways. He's good at Kansas. He'll do good at Michigan. The dude is just dangerous on these type of tracks. So top 5 qualifying effort there for Mr. Bout 6. Congratulations and good job. 4th place, it's Brad. Dude, consistency. He said it earlier in the show on the interview segment, consistency, and he did it again. Qualifying outside row 2. Very, very good job, Brad. Coming in and inside row 2, in 3rd place, it's Tomato. Guys, he's qualified up front again. And Tomato is in the position right now after just getting the win last week to where he don't have to do anything crazy. He just needs to manage, make it through, and keep chug-a-lugging. So, good job, Tomato. Really good qualifying effort. Coming in at 2nd place, it's your boy, Doc Nanners. It's me. Thought I had a pretty good lap, and I did. Anytime you qualify 2nd, it's pretty darn good. But 1st place was, wow. And in practice, I hit a time like a 30.4 in practice. I only did it one time. I was never able to recreate it, but it wasn't even like that close to his. I hit a 30.445, and I was like, oh my God, no way anyone beats that, but now I couldn't do it again. And then look at the qualifying time, and the pole goes to Mr. Garage God. 30.412. Absolutely freaking booking it, man. That one lap merchant tag definitely came out there. Now, obviously, we get out to the race, he's going to continue to be fast, and he could be the favorite to win with speed like that. But that one lap merchant, he definitely decided to pull it out and tell everybody, like, yo, I am still fast at qualifying, because holy hot dog, that's fast. But that is your top 10. And if for those who don't know, it looks like the top 10 is separated by just below 0.3 of a second. You take away Garage Anomaly, where he blew everybody out, and everyone's within like 1/10 to 1.8. So very tight pack qualifying for your Cup Series. Definitely look forward to seeing how that race unfolds. It's going to be 134 laps at Kansas, which is 200 miles if I'm not mistaken. It is the second race of the playoffs, and we'll see what happens. Coming into Kansas, looking into the qualifying results, man, Garage, you might have just set yourself up to be the favorite to win this race, man. Crazy speed, crazy speed. But once the draft comes into effect, things change, and who adapts to their car, who's the best in dirty air, who gets out front, gets the clean air, can take off. We will definitely see. Looking forward to watching some solid racing action in UTLR this week. And just so everyone else knows, the other league, which I'm going to be running in, is ODRL, which is going to Lime Rock. I'm not really certain how I'm going to do there. Never been much of a road course guy, and I'm still debating if I'm going to try to run it on a wheel, because obviously I've only been on a wheel now for about 2 weeks, and a road course I have not practiced at all just yet. I'm going to try to work on that in the coming days. Don't know if I'm going to go wheel or go controller, but I've got to try to put some decent runs together. That it's just going to be very, very tight racing, and I'm just outside the cut line on the playoffs, so trying to make sure I get in there. But a lot of good racing action coming up this week. Really excited, and want to thank you for tuning in to the Lagging Legends Racing Network. And just once again, like, comment, subscribe, please. Let's help this small channel grow. Let's help us get out there. We're doing this for you. We enjoy it, but you can do that for us. So thank you so much, and we'll see you next week.